Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny, and we are back now. And it looks like we are past all of our technical hiccups. So we are about to be getting started very shortly on what is going to be our third and final map in this match between nFace Club and ZZCY. We saw a pretty close-ish map number one. We're talking about the overtime that we saw both sides go into. And then the on map number two is a little bit more one-sided, as we did see nFace Club manage to take Mirage, and they had it their way. But now we're diving into the knife round between both sides, and that can, in some ways, determine the outcome of the map. I mean, the typical trend that we see on Cobblestone is that it's usually either very CT-sided, or it can be very T-sided. But that's kind of I'd say maybe 4 out of 5 times, 8 out of 10 times, it would be more T-sided than it would be CT-sided. But let's just see where things go, and if nFace Club is going to choose CT side or the T side. Getting boosted onto the tree on Cobblestone, or rather tree platform, it can be a very, I wouldn't say overpowered tool, but it can be quite strong, according to the rulings of some Tier 1 teams. But ZZCY winning the knife round is going to opt for CT side. So let's get this party started, and oh right, before we begin, I'd like to go ahead and thank all of our broadcast partners. That would be g2a.com, hltv.org, twitch.tv, and last but not least, most certainly CSGO Lounge for hosting this tournament. We're very thankful for them doing that for us, and I think we've reached a point of stability now for twitch.tv. I hope I didn't jinx it. I really hope I didn't. I only have a single monitor, so I can't tell if I'm dropping frames or not. I've taken the bitrate down to about 2,000 kilobytes per second upload speed, but very big B execute coming in from the T side of things. We're going to have June, however, open up with the opening frag onto Easton's head. He's removed from this game. 9800 GT, going to get a kill and a half, and 2 halves actually, as he does get away with an assist. Sick, going to bring it up as well. GT, a little bit unweary of what was to his left, but that's probably because he was playing at 4x3 resolution, not so much 19x6, which is what you guys see now. So for those of you who may be a little bit new to the game, you're like, wait a minute, he just saw that on the left-hand side of his screen, didn't he? Well, not if it's 3x4 resolution. Basically, you're talking about what you see on my screen right now is a 110-degree field of view. On 4x3, I believe it's restricted or reduced to a 90-degree field of view, which is what a lot of pros will play at, because it makes heads 2 pixels bigger than they ordinarily would be. That's going to be Eason getting himself 1 kill, W-Sick with a double, and 9800 GT is going to be, interestingly enough, sticking with a pistol while they wait to go. You know, it's a little bit of a slow bomb plant coming in here, but outlets coming in from drop, it looks like. And he will get 1 first time, so his investment has been made worthwhile, but he's immediately refragged by 9800 GT, who picks up and salvages an AK-47. So now ZZCY stuck on Eco, and should be Eco, whole Eco, and nothing but the Eco, maybe a couple of upgraded pistols. Not much beyond a P250, it should be. And, you know, I think I'd be very happy to see these guys invest, you know, $300 per person. And if they can make, you know, 3 trades, then those P250s have essentially paid for themselves. Ivy's waiting just on the other side of Broken Wall. Will find one, looking for the second. Indeed, makes himself cost-effective. And it's 2 for 2 in the exchange thus far. Easton's going to get caught, or catch his target at Chicken Coop, and you know, spending $300 to get 3 kills is not too terribly bad, but ZZCY's Eat might just get away with 1 more. No. It looks like he'll be shut down on that prospect. Distance is the enemy when you have an upgraded pistol in your hand, guys, unless maybe it's a deagle and you can aim for the head and hit that Juan Deeg from quite the distance. Alright. Things are looking rather smooth-ish right now. Okay, first rifle round right now for ZZCY, and this is one that they have to make count. They really, you know, there's no other way to say it. They have to make those weapons trade effective. If they can't trade, then they're in a whole lot of trouble. They're in a whole hell of a lot of hurt. But it looks like we're now going to be seeing June coming up here, and the entry utilities are now being tossed in by nFace Club, and I thought initially with ZZCY's position he would be trying to sell a fake, but instead he's just scouting the rear. Takes down Outlet, 9800 GT, gets a leading frag into the bomb site, but a two-man stack nearly gives Trip a double kill. It's going to be Eason, who's now at 6 HP, courtesy of Trip. He's going to turn to his left, get one. Looking for that second, but 9800 GT shuts down the prospect. Eats coming in to refrag for him, get that trade up, but W6 manages to seal the deal onto Eats' head. So, unfortunately, it's back to Eco or quasi-buy for ZZCY. However, given that nFace Club has won 4 rounds in a row, 4 consecutive rounds, the money isn't quite where they would want it to be for all of their players. We're talking about Rin at $600 sitting there. Does make the full purchase, yes, but I mean, he doesn't have anything to bank after that, it looks like. And Team ZZCY is on upgraded pistols, but what they're going to have to hope for is trading optimally. But it looks like, wow, well, I guess Trip just couldn't stay calm and aim. It could have gotten away with 1 or 2 there, but June is on Chicken Coop. Gonna look for that frag he can try to make, but that's 9800 GT shutting it down. There is one refrag coming in all of this. It's Ivy, but he's been shut down, traded as well. And Rin is, you know, like I said, he doesn't have enough money now for a full buy, but maybe you can get a teammate to drop him something, and his teammate perhaps replaces his own AK-47. Just buys armor. He's like, hey guys, can I get an AK? Thanks. And there it is. Buys the utilities. He was sitting at 4,100, now at about $2,050 after he purchases all of his utilities. But a timeout's been called by, I imagine this would come in from the ZZCY side of things. It's most likely going to be a tactical. So with that being said, now would probably be a good time for us to go ahead and plug in a thank you to all of our sponsors. Once again, that would be G2A.com, CSGO Lounge, Twitch.tv, and last but not least, HLTV.org. As a reminder, we also have a giveaway for an M4A4 Battlestar skin. You guys can find that giveaway below this stream window. Alright, so, you know, it's a field-tested skin, not a factory new. But still, it looks very good. Can't really tell a massive difference between the two. And, it's just waiting to be taken by you guys. And a huge thank you to all of you guys who've given me now over 3,000 followers on Twitter. It's been, you know, just great having you guys join us for the ride. But Mixbot, I believe, is still stuck somewhere around about 2,000 followers on Twitter. So you can tell all of your friends about that, and make sure they follow Mixbot TV, as we are the leading tournament organizer for APAC. That's Asia Pacific. Not just China, but also Korea, Mongolia, Vietnam, and other countries that have CSGO teams that wish to participate in our tournaments. And that's been enough time to talk strategy for ZZCY. It looks like they're going to go for 4 guys on bomb site B. Perhaps a reverse entry via this route? Maybe not. I was thinking maybe a boost was going to come in to drop. It looks like it might not be the case. Whoa, Eats going in here. Wow, he got in there double time, really. He got in there. It's not over just yet, but he's going to find that frag, so he achieves his intended effect, but gets caught on the reload, unfortunately, by Z8Z. So he's refragged, essentially, but he gets the information that he's looking for. And that is basically confirmation that there's a whole lot of T's going into bomb site B, or something close to it. But it's 4 versus 4. Nearly all 8 of these players are at full 100% HP. Just needs a little bit of time, but Trip gets himself a double kill, does his job quite effectively. And looks like that is something that I just now noticed, the new the new patch kicked in as well. So there's more than one way to get onto B platform. Very nicely done by ZZCY. They put their first round on the board for themselves, but they have to be able to win more than just one round to reset the economy here from the nFace Club. It's going to take at least one more without the bomb plant to shut down their economy. Add 1900 to everything that you see here for the terrorist side, and that's how much money they'll have the next round with the bomb plant. Add 2,700, and you'll bring it to about $4,050 for nFace Rin, who's their lowest buy. T's are feeling a little bit adventurous as Eason he throws in the entry utility and goes in, but he's not there anymore. Or excuse me, there's no more terrorist presence on that area. Eat comes in for reverse entry, catches nFace 9800 GT in a very inconvenient spot. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong weapon, and just shuts him down. But it's 3 versus 5 now. 2 versus 5, and this is looking gradually more bleak for the terrorist side. But if it's one thing that's working to their advantage, it's the lack of spread in manpower coming out from the CT side of things, and the fact that it's going to turn into 2 versus 1 onto bomb site A. I do want to say if they can get bomb site A cleared out and that bomb planted quickly enough, they might be okay, but the entry utilities are going in. That's smoke tossed at mid door. It's going to be one, and it's looking for the second, but Eat is shut down there, and that's going to make maybe barely enough time for ZZCY to get that plant. He gets the triple kill. He's only got 20 HP. He's going to have to ace this if he wants to win this, and now the bomb is planted. Oh boy. Shutdown trip is going to get the defuse, and with the bomb plant being made, this should be enough money for something close to a full buy coming out from the terrorist side. Not bad. I try to think of this and put this into words for Team ZZCY, but they've got enough for some kind of marginal profit coming in. Okay, so this is a lot of manpower going straight at bomb site B right now from the CT side of things, but 2 of them are pushed up onto A corridor and A chamber. We're going to be seeing Eat coming in now from A secret side. A corridor side, whatever you would like to call it. And he's about to butt heads with both Rin and 9800 GT. Can he handle a 2 versus 1? It's a very good question. It looks like he can't. Trip does manage to bring it to a refrag on Z8Z, and it's back to 4 versus 4. That's a lot of manpower being revealed now, and there's a rotation coming out in the form of June, who goes via creep to get the bomb site A. Trip manages to get, it looks like, double kill, and June brings it back to, well, it looks like this is the counter-terrorist taking this one. They've shut down that momentum. No bomb plant coming in from the terrorist side. Might be something of a Tech 9 armor buy coming out from nFace Club off the back of this round. But they're a bit hesitant to make the purchases that they want. A force buy here might be a little bit reckless. Quasi-buy it is. Not all Tech 9 armor. There are upgraded pistols, though. Weakest one is a P250. A single P250. Smoke goes down on the top of drop, and the T's have to not only make that entry, they're going to have to get away with those the weapons that they can salvage ASAP, and it looks like they might not be able to do that. Outlet, oh my god, the 4K, he's looking for the ace, and it looks like he's going to be denied by W6. Just quick trigger finger. A couple of bullets is all he needed, and he made one of them hit someone's head as they were going out, what is it, as they were going out drop window, but that just didn't happen. nFace Club now on another full buy, but 4 wins in a row coming from ZZCY is not really generating that maximum income that they've been looking for, I guess you could say. Look at this. What you can see here is, yeah, they got 4 wins in a row, but the highest bank is EAT at 4,900. If they lose any of these rounds, they could be close to reset or put on a really ghetto force buy. It's not going to be a perfect force buy, but, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be W-Sick getting 1 frag. The opener. And a refrag coming in from outlet at drop. Spotted the barrel of that AK-47, and all he needed to do was rotate backwards a little bit. It may have looked like a dumb play for Z8Z to die there, but at the same time, it's something you have to bear in mind. He didn't have that 110-degree field of view, and we just saw outlet essentially exploit that. Now it's 4 versus 4. Anyone's game still. Looks like that's going to be Ivy getting 1, 2, looking for 3. Trying for 4 now after he gets nicked by the AWP. He's going to get that 4K. Very nicely done coming in from Team ZZCY's Ivy. I'm so glad to see we stopped dropping frames. I think we look at, I think we're going to look at Cobble from now on, and we're going to think to ourselves, that one patch is all we needed, and now the map looks balanced. Maybe. I think it was a patch that came in yesterday, perhaps the day before, but I've only been sneaking looks in at the patch notes occasionally. 4 AKs coming out now, full buy, max loss bonus coming in from the terrorist side, 1 frag, immediately spinning to the right. It's going to be 9800 GT being punished for not keeping an eye on everything. Incendiary's tossed in now, and entry utilities are being tossed in as well. Eason gonna poke forward, but gets poked out by Ivy. 2 versus 4, and maybe some of that terrorist side is going to be regretting this. Ivy gets away with 4 kills already, and that ace is stolen from him once again by a different teammate. Outlet just holding drop very nicely. Very nicely indeed. So Trip now charging up mid into mid chamber, and it looks like this might be a round that they can work with. There we go. It's going to be Ivy once again working B platform quite nicely. Going to reverse entry into drop area now. Terrorists, it's 3 versus 4. They've got the weapons on them, and they're trying to make that entry happen into bomb site B. They do quite nicely on bringing it back to 3-3. Ivy thinks better of actually going into that area, and now looks like he's going to get a flank, prevents the bomb plant, and spots the last T at drop, but he himself is dropped. 1 versus 1, low HP on Z8Z. Last player standing on behalf of the CTs is going to be EAT. Let's take it to Z8Z TV. Was pre-rotated? Pre-rotated just the right area just a moment ago, but yeah. Well. Excuse me. Running out of breath. This is only the first match of the evening as well. We are going to be watching MVP Carnal versus Myth in just a few minutes after this match, really. It should only take about 10 minutes to get them piled into the Mixbot server and such. But ZZCY taking 7 rounds in a row away from nFace Club. It looks like they might have just, how do I say this, gotten used to the new cobble. Sick will make the opening frag of the round, punishing Ivy's overzealousness. 9800 GT gets one all to his name with a second AWP on hand. And it looks like that's going to bring things immediately to 3 versus 5. I think that this would be a round that is extremely, extremely difficult for nFace Club to lose. But since I say that, that's June bringing it back to 3-3. Then he's immediately refragged. 2 versus 3 is going to be the name of the game. AWP's still intact and on the hands of those T's. Outlet brings it back to 2-2. What on earth is this? It's almost like they've got a sign above their head that says they're invincible, but it's 1 versus 2 now. It's going to be extremely difficult to see a victory coming out from ZZCY, especially with Trip being spotted at the last moment. But looks like now this has gone back to 7-6, and after losing 1 round, and only 1 round, we can see that there's going to be something of a lackluster buy coming in from the CT side. 7 rounds in a row. This is the effectiveness of trading. This is the role that trading has in the game. Three M4s and a FAMAS, as well as a UMP, going up against 3 AK-47s, a Tech 9, and an AWP from the nFace side of things. This could potentially be tooth and nail, evenly matched from both sides. And Team ZZCY have to ask themselves, do we really want to lose? Do we really want to give a 7th round to these guys? And it looks like Eat says, nope, they're going to line up right in front of me and let me have it. One versus 2, and it looks like ZZCY, this is a round that I won't say they can't lose, but it'll be a little bit difficult. Right now, I can tell you that Outlet is 100% certain he heard that because we can see the rotate coming in from Ivy. He says it's a corridor. No smoke here. There should be some utilities for Z8Z. Watching the edge of that fence now, and Z8Z, it is, opens up. But the UMP is going to finish what his teammate started on Outlet. So now nFace Club are completely reset. They don't have a fantastic buy going into this. In fact, looks like they're lacking well, initially they were lacking a lot of utilities, but you can see they've got essentially basically 3 upgraded pistols, a P90 and AK-47 to work with in terms of firepower, but they've got some utilities to work with. Not a fantastic amount, but some utilities. It's going to be Trip going up with a Mag 7, will make a headshot, and he is immediately traded out with Rin coming in. June takes him down. Easton coming back with that Mag 7, and he's got a double kill with that. Unfortunately, money doesn't really play a role into this round, but I do want to highlight just how cool that new Mag 7 gunshot sound is. On statue, we're going to be seeing Outlet poke forward, take him down. Mag 7 now revealed. Easton's position revealed. That's a tap on the bomb. It's a fake. Now it's real, because pros don't fake, but it looks like Outlet is going to finish the job and, of course, bring 9 rounds to the glory of ZZCY. So that being said, this is looking a little bit, I don't want to say aggressive or anything else of that nature, but very difficult for ZZCY to lose. But there's a lot riding on the pistol round. You can see the map score in front of your screen right now. It's 1-1. This is also, again, a great time to plug in our sponsors and partners. That would be G2A.com, CSGOLounge.com, HLTV.org, and last but not least, HLTV.org. Oopsie daisy. Shouldn't have done that. And I also wanted to remind you all that we have an M4A4 Battle Star giveaway. It's field tested, not factory new, so I do apologize for those of you who are hoping for brand new skins that are top condition and price as well. But check out that anti-entry coming in. 9800 GT getting 1, 36 getting another. June managing to score a refrag and all of this. He's looking for a headshot, but it looks like he's going to be double teamed, and now it's back to 4 versus 2 as the last 2 Ts are getting to bomb site A and setting up their defenses. go now. That's going to be the retake coming in. Eat kind of on the reload here, back towards hut. He's surrounded though, and there's really only one way that this round could have gone, but looks like Rin seals the deal and gets started on the defuse, if I'm not mistaken. So nFace Club looks like may just be putting this one on the board for themselves. And with that being said, they say that they are going to give it their best shot going into the second half. Mag 7 coming in here at drop, and it looks like we're going to be seeing WSIC making good use of that. Eason looking for his kill as well. He does make it. His own Mag 7. ZZCY going terrorist hunting now. That's right. He thinks he's in the title of a PS2 game. A very cheesy, perhaps even equivocally lame PS2 game. But 1 versus 2. Outlet does nonetheless finish what his teammates start against ZZCY, and that's going to be 9800 GT coming in. 1 for 4. I'd say they're very happy to make that trade, but this is potentially, yeah, this could be AK-47 purchases, rifle buys coming in from Team ZZCY. nFace Club is going to, for the most part, hold on to the weapons that they had on the previous round. I don't know about this decision because they're facing up against weapons that can remove their heads with 1 bullet. Nonetheless, Eason does the same with a Mag 7 quite confidently. And this is looking more and more like a push potentially onto bomb site A coming in from ZZCY, but Ivy has yet to make that opening frag. Still turning the corner. There's a Mag 7 here from nFace's ZZCY, gets a double kill, $9,800, or excuse me, $1,800 to his pocket, and an AK-47 as well. Uh-oh, switch to the knife, and that's just bad calls coming in here. I mean, I don't see why he did that. Maybe he knew, maybe he heard the footsteps coming in from Trip there. But now it's 2 versus 3, and some of these weapons are not optimal coming in from the CT side of things, but they do get the job done, as it's now 2 versus 1. AK-47 picked up by 9800 GT. Bomb is on Trip. He is a little bit hesitant to make that move, and maybe now would be a good time to put a 1-1 split on the bomb sites. Think about it. You're a little bit mesmerized to the position of the bomb, but I mean, if you don't have confirmation of the bomb going into one site or the other, the best thing you can do is do a 1-1 split. We see Rin waiting a while before he's actually going to be going into bomb site B. Maybe. That's going to be Rin sealing the deal for these guys, and now everything is looking just fine. Ring in a pair, 1 man standing, and that is going to be the win coming out from nFace Club. A little bit of an expensive win, we have to acknowledge that much. But it looks like for the most part, we will be having now nFace Club still able to make full rifle buys, but it's not too terribly much different here from ZZCY because they're in more or less the same position. They can make, well, not full rifle buys, but they're going to force it. I don't think that was a good decision, but ZZCY gets the opening frag, gets walled with a headshot in return, and now we're going to be finding WSIC coming in, looking for his own kill, and he will get it. The real problem is, what if ZZCY is unable to get the bomb plant and they lose this round? Right now, I mean, it's not looking like it's in their favor, but on paper, this looks like 3v1 as they are inching towards bomb site A. And right now, we've got, if I'm looking at this correctly, we've got WSIC in a position where he's not able to feed all of that information he needs to his teammates. He will be taken down, so it's back to 3-3. They can get the defense set up and the bomb plant, so this is doable for them now. And that's going to be Eat with his teammate taking down one. I guess June just couldn't hit him, but it's going to be Rin and nFace's Isan getting one, but Rin will have the last laugh here. Bomb plant comes in though, and I think that's going to bring it to about, yeah, about 3,400 for them. Maybe 3,200. Is it going to be another force buy coming in from ZZCY, or are we going to be, you know, I mean, it's a very good question to ask right now. What's coming out? Going to be having 4 AKs and a P90 this time around from ZZCY, and looks like that's going to be a kill and a half coming in from Ivy, not make that 2. Trip is going to finally get one, and it looks like they might actually be able to put themselves back into this game. And all these wins coming in from nFace Club thus far have all been expensive, so going to be difficult for them to work their way into this game, but it looks like Eat is in the right position to execute WSIC, who just, I mean, he got the no-scope. It did impact Eat. It's just that it hit him right in the feet. If only it hit center mass, there would probably be, you know, like something of a ballsy 2v4 going on here. But that is Trip right there. Getting Z8Z off the map, and looks like ZZCY might actually have this map going in their favor now. Putting things very vaguely, any single map. The old cobble, the one before the new platform was thrown in, we were probably talking or looking at maybe, say for example, I threw this scenario out there yesterday. If Fnatic was playing against Fnatic, that is to say they had they had 2 teams, and one of them was entirely clones of the modern Fnatic roster. On this map, you could expect it to go to 9 or 11 rounds for the Fnatic that's on Terra's side. There we go. Looks like, I mean, nFace is trying for the retake, not having any luck in the way of trades with upgraded pistols in this, and with only 1,900 to gain off the back of this, I feel like the buys next round are not going to be fantastic. They couldn't even make this expensive for the terrorist side. They couldn't even get a single trade. But now with the new cobble underway, I feel like getting to 8 or 9 rounds while on terrorist side is a very difficult chore. So you're looking more along the lines of maybe 7 to 8 rounds with this new cobblestone. If you were to see Fnatic playing against Fnatic, that is to say their own clone army. 2 clone teams. Or Navi versus Navi, or whatever have you in between. Let's pretend this is Street Fighter, and you can have Guile versus Guile for a minute. I'm kidding. 3 Deagles, 2 Max 7s it'll be for nFace Club, so a bit of a choosy situational buy, but at the same time, they are all one-shot capable, and, you know, even though Z8Z makes it 2-shot, I think this is potentially a play taken right out of the book from Fnatic that we see the CT side making right now. Unfortunately, Easton misses that first bullet, and he is punished as a result. Trip manages to make double kill. Quick scope on the second one as well. And that's going to be Rin turning this into an expensive round for, well, I wouldn't say an expensive round, but makes it expensive for June. Like, look at the money on this guy. Yeah, he's going to have to make a full rebuy next round. And, I guess you could say this sort of force buy this round, this kind of ghetto force buy, was not looking that great for nFace Club. Quite the contrary, as you can see. Rin's been taken out of it completely. Wasn't even able to salvage a weapon, and you can see the money that they're at right now. Looks like it's going to be 3 rifles, 4 rifles, and I Either an SMG purchase or an upgraded pistol purchase on one of those players. Yeah, Eason. You can see he's gone for the UMP. I must say, typically I see very few P90s being put to use in the games that I'm used to casting, but on this one it certainly is an exception. I think we've seen more P90s here than I think any other game that I've casted before in Asia. And on this map of all the maps, but June manages to open up a pass into bomb site A, and it looks like we're going to be having Team ZZCY reworking their way to A chamber and now getting there ASAP. Just hauling ass to get there. June does get a nice flank, and that brings it to 3 kills for his name. 7 HP is left on right now, and last CT is left on creep. Or lurk, or whatever you want to call that particular area. June does come around, misses the head, and does hit one to solid mass, but now it's 1 versus 1, and now we've got, holy hell, 9800 GT on quite the retake. Does nonetheless get what he's looking for. That's going to be a hell of a quad kill to his name and the retake. First loss here for Team ZZCY. But, and quite a while, I mean, after a long winning streak. But everyone is still able to make a full buy. Look at that. So now we're going to be having 4 AK-47s coming in from ZZCY and a P90. But more or less the same thing. 3 rifles and 2 UMPs coming out from nFace. And now the rest of the T's are just spinning face onto bomb site A. Might be able to get away with this plant. 1 CT out in the open. It's W6. He's taken down almost immediately after that frag. Trying to catch whoever he can on drop through the rotate, and that's actually just holding up the retake for bomb site A. And these guys are very low HP as well, but whew, back to 2 versus 3. However, most of those targets, again, 1 shot can remove them. Not just from an AK to the head, but rather even to center mass. You can see Trip gets one, and now, I mean, Eason just, he ends up in a very untimely location. So it's back to eco now for nFace Club. It's very much so a reality. I haven't seen any drop frames in like close to an hour now. I'm so glad. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. One-for-one exchange in favor of the terrorist side. Now 3-for-1 as we can only see 1 refrag come in, and that's from 9800 D2. Manages to get away with an AK-47. But the question is now, will we see nFace Club try and go for the save, or are they going to go for the retake? And I think the latter of the 2 scenarios is highly unlikely. You can see it right now. Friendly fire is going to be hitting Ivy right there. Eat might want to think twice, look at his radar before throwing a grenade again, but it looks like maybe we'll be seeing 9800 try to go for it, but that Molotov, no, it has certainly, its owner certainly has a different opinion. Sick is going to be lurking outside of A entrance from AB Sandwich. I guess you could say the area that Ivy's at right now is what I like to call AB Sandwich. The only other thing you can really call it is outside drop, but he's playing that Splinter Cell game. He wants to make sure that he can just stay alive, and that's it. Here we go now with 4 AK-47s and a P90 on Team ZZCY once again, and nFace Club going for that forced buy. They have to do what they can to avoid overtime. Ivy just getting really zealous in there, wants to get as many kills as he can. Gonna get a double before he's finally shut down by WSIC. Getting in and out very quickly is key for Ivy, I guess you could say, but he wasn't able to get out. Sick now stuck on a molly. He's going forward in it to uncomfortable territory. Is going to find nearly 3 kills, but that is going to be match point for ZZCY. And if nFace Club want to win this, they're going to have to win. Ouch. Off of this round. Here we go again. 2 Deagles, 2 Max 7s, and a UMP to supplement all of that from Eason. Gonna have to make every single shot count from the Mag 7s, really, because of course it's such a low firing rate, to be honest, but if you can make it hit center mass, you can do most anything with it. Ivy gonna go venturing where no other terrorist has gone before, and it's already turned into a 3 versus 5 in favor of the CT side. Looks like we might be here for a while. Rin gonna be very happy with a double kill there. And putting $1,900 in his pocket. So now, stopping to look at this situation, well, it looks like ZZCY is taking this game much more seriously. nFace Club trying to make the best situation they can out of this with 3 AK-47s, a Deagle, and a Mag 7. 7 AK-47s on the map altogether, but what is not in the hands of an AK-47 holder is either a Deagle or an AWP. It's going to be Ivy getting one. And Trip he's yet to find a location to make that op of use, but terrorists have the manpower advantage right now. It's match point, and it's not looking pretty as we do see more and more players dropping left and right from nFace Club. I mean, we see that Rin is going, and now it's all on ZHZ, the last man standing for his team. Second highest fragger for the CT side. He's going to get a double. He's going to be looking for that triple. Will find it, indeed, but he cannot make the retake possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to congratulate Team ZZCY for taking map number 3, and with that, this match. With that being said, now I think it would be a very good time for us to take things into a short break, but again, not without reminding you all that we have an M4A4 Battle Star giveaway. You guys may enter that giveaway by clicking on the picture of the M4 skin that you see below this window. And we also want to thank our partners. That would be G2A.com, CSGOLounge.com, Twitch.tv, and last but not least, HLTV.org. That being said, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. We're going to take things into a short break, and then we'll be back with our next match between MVP Gaming and Made in Thailand, also known as Myth.